Absorb and dish out damage with the newest ranged hero, Zinx. After hundreds of failed attempts, the 348th was a perfect success. Zinx was born. Zinx utilizes her mana to be extremely durable and deal deadly damage over time to her enemies. Epic have said that Zinx is a ranged offlane hero, and with the sustain they've given her, I think she definitely suits this role, but let's find out more. Her first ability is Bad Medicine, which is her right mouse button. Zinx charges her gun and creates an AoE field of energy on the ground in front of her, can be discharged early to create a smaller field. I believe this is the ability here we see delete 3 carries. It reminds me a bit of Countess's Dark Tide, the way it moves along the map, and it's pretty similar to the All Prime effect. Kitty Claws is Zinx's Q ability. Toggle empowers her pistol, allowing it to apply a damage over time effect which can be stacked. This I imagine works similar to Grim Slow. You have your normal basic attack, but when you press your Q, it empowers your gun, applying this dot stack effect, and then when you toggle it off, you're back to your normal basics. This is what I think we see here as Zinx attacks Yin. As you can see, the reticle is the same as when Grim uses his suppression mode. We've got 2 damage dealing abilities at the moment, and depending on the base damage and scaling, I think Zinx could make for a very effective damage dealing offlaner, and we haven't even gotten to the best parts yet. Ricochet Stun is her E, a medium range projectile which bounces around nearby enemies, stunning them. The stun duration increases for each enemy hit. Now this sounds like an awesome ability. Can you even imagine stunning 5 people, with a 5th person being stunned for the longest duration? The fact that it says enemies and we see it also hit minions here means that you can build this effect up by using it while an enemy is in one of their waves. You can hit all their minions and then finally hit the enemy hero, which would mean they get stunned for a longer duration. Stuns already are pretty strong at the moment, but giving a hero the ability to potentially stun 5 people is kind of ridiculous, and the fact that the ability doesn't really require aiming as far as I can tell could make Zinx a pretty powerful pick. I'm interested to see what the stun duration is, because if it's really short, like less than a second for the 5th person, then it's not that strong. But could you imagine the duration increases by like 0.5 seconds every person hit? Man, that's gonna make for some insane plays and potential wombo combos. Dirty Healing is her ultimate, and dirty it is indeed. Passive: Zinx gains bonus mana regen based on a percentage of her missing mana. Toggle: while activated, she will immediately heal 50% of damage taken, costing mana instead. Now that brings a hero with pretty good sustain to the offlane. Personally, I always find myself needing healer tokens. If I could start with 3, trust me I would. And then on heroes like Countess and Shimbi, I almost always take some kind of mana potion on my first back. But with Zinx's ultimate, it's great for sustain if you can hold your tower till you reach 5, and even after that, the mana regen and the health are always going to be useful. My first thoughts of Zinx were a bit meh, but after reading her kit, I'm actually excited to try her. She does have a wave clearing ability with her AoE field of energy, so she can definitely push a wave, but with her Ricochet Stun, you want her to be in as many teamfights as possible to get as much value from that ability. Like Bellica or Aurora offlane, you ideally want to set the lane and then rotate to a team fight or objective. Zinx is of the Affinities Intellect and Growth, which gives her some interesting build options. You could look to get a Mad Spore Sash on her to enhance her wave pushing ability and farming potential, while also having access to power and armor in one card. Courtesy of Growth means you can build her pretty tanky while also packing a punch, and Intellect gives her access to Teleblink, which should help her out in tricky situations because it doesn't look like she has a reliable escape. I wonder if Clearheart will provide value on her, because it increases all healing by 15% and therefore would buff her healing on her ultimate. Things to think about. Before I leave you though, I'm quite interested in this lore connection between FaZe, Howitzer and Zinx, and this Tryon Industries. Why is this company making heroes? Or are they taking human subjects and turning them into crazy shit like Zinx and Howitzer? Are they creating heroes to compete on Monolith? I have so many questions, but none of them are probably getting answered anytime soon. Let me know what you think about Zinx in the comment section below. Are you excited for her? How are you going to be building her? I'll have a video out on Tuesday with my thoughts, but until then, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe for all the latest Paragon content, and until next time guys, peace.